I just wanted to come on and say hello. It's been about 2 days since I've been live, and my son is in town. My oldest son is in town, and I hadn't seen him since the holidays. So, spending some time with him, and I do have to make a run out real quick, and come back in and get some more things done for my son Solomon. Birthday dinner. His birthday was Monday on the 14th, April the 14th. I've been up early today. If I don't have to, I don't. But, I woke up with some things that was on my heart. And I just, like I said, wanted to come on because, one, I missed you guys. But two, I wanted to spend some time with my oldest son and my boys. Um, I'm just sharing what was on my heart because I need to. Uh, a few days ago, I was visiting a live, and um, someone showed up that was frequenting my channel on another live, and you know, uh, the host had said, uh, you know, young man, uh, don't start today. And I get it. It's their page. I understand. But I kind of quickly jumped to their defense, and I was like, please don't do that. Because the gentleman has some issues. That's not totally exactly what I said, but I'm not trying to give it all. Um, and I understand where he is because I'm a special needs mom. So, you know, the person kind of went in my opinion, this was just my opinion, went in, everybody is welcome here. And, uh, you know, the way the person does things on live is a little problematic. Da 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 da. And I was like, well, I understand because a mom of special needs children, and I understand where they are. And they went on to say, well, I am in mental health, and I know da 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 da. Good morning, and I've been there for 20 years. Blah 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 blah. Good morning, and it was kind of a exchange back and forth. Not necessarily, I was getting upset. Um, I think because of the way it was done, and they were saying that uh, I was wrong for assuming that the person had special needs. I'm just talking right now, sharing something that was on my mind. Thank you. Um, and it wasn't an assumption. I had talked to the person before. They had let me know that they were special needs. And um, so the person kind of grabbed my heart, and I became defensive. Um, what? Get off my page. Foolishness. Um, and so uh, it bothered me. It bothered me because they assumed I didn't know anything about the person that I was defending, you know. Um, and then I noticed that shortly after that, they shouted me out for participation on their page, which I found to be odd, um, because it had been a minute since I had showed some love there. Um, but it just, I get it. We all have our pages. We all have our channels. And you do the things that you want to do. They said they had security, and the person is quite repetitive and everything. Um, what? What is this? It's foolishness. I'm talking about a violation. I'm not even doing anything. But anyway, I just wanted to vent it out. Um, like I said, they kind of came out very, very strong towards towards me, but said that that was not, what they were doing, and they didn't feel like I was attacking their character. Um, Good morning. I was just sharing about an incident that I had. I hadn't planned on staying on long. On a live. I was protecting someone who frequents my live often, and the person kind of jumped. I felt they went off. They weren't screaming or yelling. They were just proceeding to tell me that they've been in their profession for a long time, and they didn't knew that I have had dealings and known that he was in I'll say special needs, uh um and it for me, I got defensive. I'm not going to even lie. And um it was it stung because the way that they handled it, because automatically when I started defending the person, they started talking as if I wasn't there. And I said, please, if you have an issue, address me directly. Since we were on live, you know, and we kind of went back and forth for a bit. And I guess some of her security, uh, she kept saying, she's not being disrespectful. She's not being disrespectful. And however, I wasn't. But I had to vent it out because I know all of us handle our pages quite differently. And if I see people frequently on my page and I feel like someone's live that I'm on is treating them a certain kind of way, I'm going to say something. I'll never be disrespectful. Um, but I didn't think it was a need to shoot credentials at me or assume that I didn't know the young man that I was defending. I had acquired of the young man. I knew that, like I said, I'm a special needs mom. They're a special needs person as well, um, and everything. And I guess he's kind of grown on my heart. You know what I mean? And so I tend to feel a little protective about people, especially people who support my page and who frequents my page, even if they have issues. Hell, we all have issues. I have mine. Sometimes you might think I'm a tad bit um uh got some stuff going on. Um I don't know. I just wanted to vent it out because it was still on my mind because of the way that it was handled. I mean, if the person had that many issues with me saying something on their live, they could have said, "Hey, can you email me or can I call you? I would like to discuss this first further." But for me, they became extremely combative and went off, you know. Um yeah, it that bothered me that day. And whenever something nags me like that, I try to talk it out. As you can see, I'm not being petty. I'm not being messy. I'm just uh I'm just talking it out because honestly, it bothered me. I didn't think it was a need to shoot credentials or anything. My oldest child is 28 years old. So, and she is autistic. And I have a son that's 20 that's autistic. So, I get I'm very sensitive in that area, especially if I detect the slightest sense of nastiness. And and I just wanted to get it out my system because it bothered me. Yeah, I cry a little bit. Um, I don't know. I don't understand the need for it to be handled like it was. Security. What security? Ain't nobody, I mean, not that I know of, had no security for real. You know what I'm saying? We got moderators. We got moderators. And the young man is not, he repeats stuff and I go right with him. I just say, hey, I understand. I remember you did share that. I got it. You know what I mean? That's how I tend to deal with it. Um, with him. Um, I don't know. It was a little triggering, to say the least. It was a little bit triggering for me. So yeah, so I'm glad you understand because it made me feel quite a few things the way it was handled, and because I've seen situations handled uh like that before, it bothers me. It it does. It bothers me. Like if someone comes on here and maybe they don't have the same background within Christianity that I do, I'm not going to laugh at them. I'm not going to make light of the questions that they asked. If I don't understand it, I'll try to say if there's a way we can find some resolve so I can understand it. I'm never going to laugh and tease and belittle people because that's not who I am. But it made me feel like if that is something that I've ever given on live and anyone noticed that, I would want them to say, hey, is there a way that I can contact you so we can talk about this like sensible adults? Um, and maybe I'm feeling a little sensitive because I'm a little tired and I'm just trying to get some stuff done for my son. His birthday was Monday, and so, he wasn't here for the weekend, now he is. And so, but I just wanted to make this birthday dinner, special for him. But I just wanted to kind of like vent that out because I don't ever want to make anybody feel less than. Um, when they're on my live, you know. Thank you so much. He's 11 years old, and my baby's name is Solomon. Um, and I mean, to be 11 years old, a lot of people, when I said I was pregnant, um, people were upset. They said I was old. Um, I don't even know why, because I never really share this much as far as being emotional too much on live. I try not to do it. But, you know, uh, like I said, people were angry. I felt very much like less than, you know, for a while, you know, being 43 and having my final child. Um, I felt like an embarrassment at first, you know, but um I'm grateful for my son. He's 11 and he's a beautiful child. He is just in this phase, um, preteen, attitudey, sarcastic, all kinds of stuff. Like, sometimes he gives me a downright, you know, hard time. Um, and sometimes I have to step back and say, hey, did I handle it right? Did I go in too hard? Did I do this? Did I do that? But, at the same time, trying not to beat myself up as a parent. You know what I mean? Being 54 with an 11-year old, I've had people say mean things about that. Um, but everybody's life is different, and I'm very much human. And I do have feelings. Being on social media, you have to have thick skin. You do. You have to. Um, but it doesn't mean for an instant that I'm going to tolerate uh, anything that makes me feel uncomfortable, even if you don't feel like I should feel that way. Um, I will never be fake. And if somebody was feeling like I was, and if they cared about me, so you understand. I mean, so many people were hard on me when they found out that I was pregnant. And like I said, I felt like an embarrassment at first because I was like, oh my God, here I am having another child and I'm not even married, you know? But I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it for a moment. I wouldn't I wouldn't change it at all. You know? I am a mom of four, and two of my children have autism. One is high functioning and one is moderately to severely autistic. And I would never say that it was easy because it's not. Um, and a lot of people don't get that. I don't care how long anybody has been in the field of whatever they was doing. You may have a level of expertise, but a lot of times what happens when people are in certain fields for a long time, some of them, not all, become quite desensitized. They do, you know, argue if you want to. It's just some of them become quite desensitized and they lose their heart in it. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like that as a parent. I don't want to be like that as a content creator. I want people who come here, thank you so much. I want people to come here to feel like this is a safe space, you know. If they want to cry, they can, if they want to laugh, they can. But I want them to feel loved and supported because for a long time I never did. Feeling support, absolutely not. For a long time, I didn't feel that, you know. That's why I kind of fell back from some other platforms that I was on. I feel like people weren't in support unless you were giving them gifts and things. And everybody doesn't have it. So I understand, you know. Um I know I did a I'm sorry. I gotta cut off my do not disturb a little while ago. well, a small video. Good morning, Miss Nancy. I was just sharing. I don't know. I just feel a little sensitive this morning. I was getting ready to go try to get out to the store, but I I don't know. I just woke up with stuff on my mind and I needed to vent it out, you know? This is a little bit of a challenging month for me too. I lost also uh, a lady who I had grown close to. I had met her through her godson actually at the time, and we have a child together. But him and I are not together, but we got close, and I lost her this month, you know, and then last month was the anniversary of my dad's passing. So I don't know why all these emotions. Thank you so much. I don't know why all of these emotions caught up with me this morning on live because I try very hard not to show my emotions publicly, especially on live, because I don't want anybody to think that I'm weak or anything. But I guess I decided to show it because I'm human. I'm human, and you know, I just wanted to I don't know. I miss you guys too, because I haven't been on it in a few days. But I don't know. I didn't expect to get so emotional this morning. When my son goes for the weekend and he comes back from spending time with his dad, his behavior, good morning, his behavior is different. I apologize. I'm gonna be okay, y'all. I'm just trying to get myself together. I'm just a little bit emotional this morning too, Lou. And I try not to show it publicly on lives, but it's just it's just how I'm feeling this morning. And like I said, I don't ever want to come over here and be fake because I'm human, and it's just one of those moments. I'll definitely get through it. Yeah, I'll get through it. It's just a lot of feelings and a lot of emotions, and a lot of times I don't have time to vent it out or share it because most of the times it's just my kids and I. Good morning. And, you know, whether you're single or whether you're married, you still have periods where you feel like, does anybody hear me? Does anybody understand my heart? You know, um, thank you so much. You know, is it going to be okay? So many other um, little things. And I was just going to try to run out, but I'm grateful I didn't. Um, I was trying to get um, ask somebody to run me up to the store, um, but it didn't happen, and it kind of egged me a little bit. It bothered me a little bit. Not that it's their obligation or responsibility, but like I said, I was just a little sensitive this morning, and I will definitely put my big girl drawers on and get myself together. I appreciate you guys listening. Like I said, I didn't know if I was gonna have time to even come live. So I decided to do it, especially while nobody's moving. Nobody's moving, and everybody's still asleep. Thank God. So I have to. I don't run out of seasonings, y'all, and I ran out of my favorite seasonings. I gotta get to the stove, and thank God it's close. So I'm grateful for that. You know, moving to a whole new area is just an adjustment, not like a new town or anything. It's just a new part of this city, a different area. I'm grateful because everything is so close. I have like three shopping centers in close vicinity. And I appreciate you guys being here more than you know. Hey, Tajamir. Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate Monique for showing up. And I appreciate everybody who came right along. Like I said, I try hard not to be emotional um when I come on live, but hey, guess what? I'm human and I just needed to have this moment, guys. Ta-da. You know, I'm human. I try not to show, like I said, those feelings a lot on live per se, but it's um there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, I just had a lot of stuff on my mind. Tajmir, oh, Anik, yeah, I will mess up that name, Miss Woods. Thank you so much, Tajmir. I mean, I know I showed sent the video in our community on WhatsApp. You know, and that was kind of bothering me a little bit this morning. So I was just sharing a little bit about that. Y'all, when I see people who frequent my community here on Facebook and I start to get to know people, I become very protective. You know, not nasty or anything, just protective, especially if I get any inkling of people being nasty a little bit towards them. I do. I will jump to Tajmir and Monique and listen, Tulu. If somebody you mess with my brother Tulu, I'm gonna say, yo, what? That's a good dude. Don't come for him. I would. That is just me. Um, being coming back, even though I've been on YouTube for a while, this last 2 almost 3 months, trying to go strong here and um y'all don't it's hard to the way the community is here has meant more to me than you guys ever know. You know what I'm saying? It's I've laughed here, I've cried here, I've prayed here. I have, you guys are my brothers and sisters and uncles and aunties and cousins. That's what you guys mean, you know. It's like if I ever ever ran into me in person, I remember you from YouTube. I'd probably hug your neck like we've grown up all our lives, you know. Um, the community support here, I don't care what nobody say. It's top tier. It is top tier for me. Um, and it's something that I've been looking for a long, long time. You know, so shout out to Rising Phoenix for saying, "Hey, girl, come on back." I'm telling you, the support over here is next level. Um, it means a lot to me. You know, it does. So I feel weird when I ain't here, but I know you guys understand. Yes, we do got each other for real. Y'all, my oldest son is in town. And so, he's been um, he goes up, he spends a lot of time with my mom, since my dad passed, and so I get it. And I'm not gonna say sometimes I'll feel a little jelly because I'm like, come over here with your mama, you know, stay over here in mama house. You always with grandma, but I know how kids are about their grandma, so I'm not mad. She, it's just her, and so I totally understand. Um, but yeah, this community has has pulled on my heartstrings more ways than I ever thought, because I just don't be looking for that. But you guys come in and you're genuine, you know what I mean? Um, Loving and caring and supportive. I learn so much, even for people who get on my nerves, you know what I'm saying? I just learned. I feel like if I can't learn from you, then what we doing, you know? Tulu loves cars. You know what I'm saying? Tajbir is a tech head. I'm still getting to know some people, so eventually I'll come back and I'll be able to say Monique likes this, and this person, and Becca, she Rising Phoenix, she's into a lot. She loves activism and standing up for causes, and Monique is super super supportive, and she has the sweetest spirit ever, you know. And so you guys just don't know how much, sometimes I come on because I needed a laugh, or I needed a kind word, or things like that. Because those that give the way we do, um, those that pour the way we do, need to be poured into as well. And that's what it's all about. Whatever that is, that's either praying, that's either saying a kind word, that's either letting them know that they're not alone. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, and as yes, you are. and and as we get to know each other, I might even say, "Hey, here's my number, and if you need me, and then you need someone to listen, give me a call." That is just the type of person that I am. Yes, she is. She is. And she is. She will figure it out. And I appreciate it. I was telling my son about Tajmir the other day, you guys. I was telling her about the trash system in the Netherlands. That might be a weird thing, but to me, I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. I was like, we need that in the United States. We need that on American soil too. We need that kind of system. But I love Tajmir is full of talents and gifts, and I appreciate it. Yeah, it is, y'all. I needed this. I was thinking I'm gonna come on and come on for 10 minutes and try to run out to the store, but I guess God knows what you need exactly when you need it, and yeah, we do. I'm trying to tell you, we need it here. We need that trash system. My son is so quick with it. As soon as I mentioned it, he went and pulled it up. Um, and I thought it was so cool. I think that they need to put that everywhere. You know what I mean? They pour money into so many things. Our trash system needs it. Gotcha. Gotcha. No problem. Just make sure you let me know when you switch it so I can find you when I need it. I'm gonna try to dip out of here and go to the store. But thank you guys for listening. I know I said 100 different things, and I, cried a little bit or a lot of bit. Um, but I appreciate each and every one of you guys for showing up this morning. It is early. Um, and so, I gotta get in the kitchen. honey, my baby want pizza. Um, and he want pizza and he want a fruit tray and I did him some cupcakes 2 ways and I have to ice in the cupcakes and all of that. And it's while it's not a big huge thing, I just wanted to feel special because he didn't quite get the he didn't get uh, the things that he was promised when he was away. And so, yeah, I just have to ice it. I made the icing and put it up yesterday so I can come back. And I'm like, Lord, let me be able to find my piper bags. And y'all, I ain't no Supreme piper or nothing. Thank you so much. I'm let my other son know, my 20-year-old, the professor, that I'm gonna run out to the store real quick so he can listen out for his little brother that's in here because he be creeping around, y'all. This joker be trying to look for stuff all in my closets and find the snacks and stuff. So I need a little security guard to man. I'm gonna tell him come get in my bed. So if his brother come in here thinking he gonna hijack snacks, his brother will already be in here posted up. Um, thank you so much. I go in, and so I had to really pull it back because y'all Solomon behavior he been cutting up real bad, and so I didn't give him all the things that he asked for. But one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a meal, some kind of way. You know, he wanted pizza, and he has his cupcakes, and then he wanted a fruit tray. So I was gonna do like a small, like a small tuna salad. Something like something simple. You know what I'm saying? Then I made a little dessert the other day too. Um, that should we have it, and I got him a gift bag. With some nice little things in it. So I will let him know you guys said happy birthday. I appreciate each and every one of you more than you know. If you stumble across this live, please don't feel sorry for me on the replay. Like I said, I'm just human, showing human emotions and human feelings. And when things bother me, I rather let them out uh, instead of holding them in. This will always be a safe space, a space where you can feel love and a sense of community. And pretty much everyone knows me here, at least pretty much. Um, I am Yolanda. This is my page, Brit Family Fun. I kind of have a little bit of everything. I cook and I talk. Sometimes I share um, the food that I cook, and sometimes I may share it afterwards. It just all depends on how I'm feeling in that moment. But I thank you for everybody who's ever watched a short, came and looked at a video of something I cooked, commented on content of any kind. I really, 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 really appreciate it. I appreciate my brothers. And like I said, Tulu loves his cars. He loves working on cars. He's a great, you can tell, just a great heart, great spirit, great family man. Miss Nancy, mama, auntie, grandma, all of that. Um, you guys wear a lot of hats with me already, and I appreciate um you guys. So remember to be kind. Remember to be the reason somebody smiles. And if you can't do it monetarily, whisper a prayer for someone. Be there if they need to talk. If it's in your uh, ability to do so within that moment. Let them know that they're a lot alone because a lot of people go through stuff behind the scenes that they never discuss publicly. You know, every smile on camera could be a crying eye behind the scenes. So know that we living in a real world. Like I said, people can show a lot on. Thank you so much. Yes, you're absolutely right, Miss Woods. You're absolutely right. Again, I love you guys so much. I'm gonna go gather myself, grab something real quick so I can run out um to the store and get back. Good morning, Coach. Coach, I have to say this. This morning, I checked out um the video that you did, and encouraging and excuses we make not to exercise and take care of ourselves. And thank you so much. Um, I really appreciate it. More than you know. Um, but I gotta jump off, guys. Again, thank you. If I can later, I'll try to come back, God willing. But if guys can't, I'll be back soon, sooner than later. So, blessings to each and every one of you. Um, whatever your where your goals are, Coach Me was saying it. Um, having accountability partners matters in whatever it is, whether it's exercise, eating healthy, your mental health, accountability partners help. So you guys were kind of my accountability because I needed to just talk some stuff out. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys again soon. God bless each and every one of you. Coach Me, you're amazing. I look forward I got to check out more of your content. I've been slipping. So please charge it uh, to my head and not to my heart. Um, have an amazing day and see you guys again soon. Bye, everybody.